Hey guys, it's Coach Tim, Independent MMA in Noonan, Georgia. Today I'm going to show you 5 things that you need to know if you're going to fight in the street and defend yourself. Number 1, always rule number 1, don't get hit. Sounds easy enough, very difficult. So a couple principles that I always focus on when I'm worried about not getting hit. Number 1, I got the oh crap. The oh crap, I grab my head, I tuck my elbows in tight, and I tuck my chin. This allows me to block a variety of punches that I don't know is coming. Like no matter what he throws, if I go here, I'm a little safer than I was. Number 2, I want to be on the outside of his hands. If he's throwing straight punches, no matter what he throws, I want to be on the outside of the elbow. Right here, I'm in no threat of another punch until he retracts. Now, I'm in a threat. If I block to the inside, now, threat. So I always want to be to the outside of the punches. So as he throws his right hand, I'm going to block here. I'm always going to be on the outside. So that's a big one. Another one, the third one of this one, is if I don't want to be hit, I step out of range. By stepping out of range, I am safe. Principle number 2, one thing I really want you to focus on is anytime I am blocking, I'm countering. This one is crucial because if he has a complete defense set up, whenever he punches, he's given me some availability to hit him. He's given me some real estate to punch him. So if Warren's throwing his jab, I'll block to the outside just like I did before, and I pop that right left hand, and then I can start my combination. If he throws his rear hand, I can block it. Then I can start firing my combination. So I'm going to block 1 and give 3 to 4. Block 1, give 3 to 4. And it doesn't matter if he's trying to punch in between, because my job is to disrupt his combination with what I'm throwing. So rule number 1, don't get hit. Rule number 2, punch him when he's trying to punch me. Number 3, if he is trying to take me down with like we'll say a high tackle or a high takedown, he gets a clinch and he's above my waist. What I have to do, guys, I have to dig for an underhook. An underhook is under his arms. This gives me the benefit. So no matter where he's at, say he's right here around the waist, good. So what I've got to do now, my focus is to dig the underhook and raise him up. Raising him up from here, I can make space, I can strike, lots of options from there. But I've got to pull him up if he's above my waist. Number 4, if he's below my waist, if he did like a wrestling shot, I don't want to pull him up. Now I'm going to push his head as I sprawl. And what a sprawl is, I'm pushing my hips all the way to the floor with his head on top of it. So I'm pushing his head, and so I'm going to sprawl, and I'm going to pull his leg. And I'm able to break the grip he has on my leg. From there, I can stand up, angle off, and be in a position to better fight him. So number 1, don't get hit. Number 2, punch him while he's punching me. Number 3, if he's trying to tackle me above my waist, a high tackle, I'm digging for underhooks and I'm pulling him up. Number 4, if he attacks me below with like a wrestling takedown, a shot, or just the football tackle, the head goes down and then I sprawl. When I push the head down and I sprawl, my hips drop and my legs go back. So without a partner, I'm pushing the head here and it's here. It allows me to be in a position to control him and advance my position. Number 5, and this one's more of a mental thing. Always know where you're at. If Warren is approaching me to fight, of course I want to try to get out of it any way I can. So as I'm backing up, I don't want to fight, non-defensive. I always want to know where I'm going. If I am focusing, if I'm going backwards and I don't know it, I'm eventually going to get to a position I can no longer go back. So not only do I have to fight, but now I have no way to go. If I'm fighting Warren out here, I can go backwards, I can go this way, I can go this way. I have a lot of options. So always know where you're going. And another thing is you don't want to trip. You don't want to trip over a curb. You don't want to walk into his buddies. You got to be very focused on where you're at. That's the 5 principles you need to learn if you're going to defend yourself in the street.